How is everybody doing, y'all? I am going to do a video once I make it back. Now, I just watched Dr. Heavenly's live making a complete fool of herself yet again. This lady never ceases to amaze me. I don't know if y'all had the opportunity to see her live video that she just did, but this woman is just, I don't know what they're going to do about her. But again, she is making a complete fool of herself. Like I said, I don't know if y'all was able to catch her live, but I'm going to do a video a little bit later. Let me see if I can see y'all comments, because I'm on my phone. I'm actually going live on my phone, which is kind of different. I've never went live on my phone. I don't know if y'all actually saw her video. I actually caught it. Somebody had told me that she went live. But when I tell you she making a fool out of herself again, this lady never ever learns her lesson. Never learns her lesson. Again, making a damn fool out of herself. Dr. Heavenly. She will never ever stop making a fool out of herself. Like I said, I'm on my phone, so it's a little bit different when I'm trying to do live on my phone. I am waiting for my son. I had to take him to an appointment, so I'm waiting for him. And I said I was going to try to go live on my phone. I've never did it, but I guess y'all can hear me because I can see a few people up in here. Oh, I can see the comments. Okay. I see y'all comments. Okay. I've never, like I said, I've never went live on my phone before. So I said I was going to try something. Okay, I'm finna start. I see Larry in here. Hi, Larry. Miss CLC, Doreen Jones, Miss Walker, Pinky. Hey, girl, Pinky. Latanya. Did y'all get a chance to see Dr. Heavenly's live? Dr. Heavenly is a damn fool. I'm just like, this lady is crazy. I had to tell her, I had to say something in the little chat because Dr. Heavenly needs to stop. Okay, y'all can hear me. Good. Yes. Did anybody see? Did y'all get a chance to hear her see her video? I'm just like Dr. Heavenly. And she's still on there, y'all, talking about everybody's husband. I'm just like, this lady is just delusional. And it's crazy. The people in the comments, well, a lot of people was letting her have it, but people in there like, oh, you're okay. You don't have to apologize. I'm just like, are y'all weird too? Because how do y'all not see that this woman is making a complete fool out of herself? Like she's making a complete fool out of herself. Somebody said, I watched some and turned it off. I know she is so hard to actually listen to. Somebody said, hell no, I don't watch her channel. It's crazy. I know. Baby. I had to get off. I'm like, this woman is giving me a damn headache. But she still goes live to talk about Dr. G. It's just like, here's my thing. If I have a friend that's married to a type of husband that I don't like, I don't give a damn because I'm not married to him. People choose the type of husband that they want to be married to. It's not like, Sweet Tea is being abused. If that's the type of husband that she wants to be married to, what's the big deal? Like, that is her husband. You don't have to live with them, which is kind of a clear indication that, girl, it is something going on in your marriage because why is she so consumed with everybody else's marriage? It's like if Dr. Heavenly is so happy in her life and in her marriage, it seemed like she would be consumed with happy feelings, happy thoughts, but she go gutter on everybody. I'm just like, this is weird. It is so weird. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of people was letting her have it. That is so true. I don't like nothing about that lady. I know she is. Whew, Dr. Heavenly is a mess. She is a damn mess. She is a mess. Yeah, you're right. There was a lot of comments that was. Yeah, there was a lot of comments that was letting her have it. Then she goes, yeah, I have a daughter. She's only saying that because people were like, why are you treating T like this when you actually have a young daughter, and you're treating her this way? What if somebody were to do that to your daughter? And now she's on there like, yeah, because I wouldn't want to treat her bad because I'm like, girl, stop it. That lady is exhausting. She is exhausting as hell. Somebody said, I can't watch her loud ghetto voice. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It's crazy that she just is so delusional. Like, she is so delulu. It's like she talks about Dr. G, but it's just like, lady, something is clearly wrong with you. Heavenly gasoline fire, then runs away. Right, right, right. Yeah, her voice is annoying. Like, I'm just like, this lady. Whoo, child. Maybe it's time for Dr. G to take some action for it. Yeah, I think that he probably needs to, because it's like, here's the deal. Now, I don't know whatever happened between him and Quad. Now, there was something that they had both admitted to, getting into a fight with one another. Now, I don't know how both of them admitting to getting into a fight with each other is somehow he bears the sole responsibility for it. I just feel like, if y'all got into a fight, I don't know who hit who first. They said she had weapon. I don't know, but the fact of the matter is, I think what Quad is also trying to say is, that he's dismissive, he don't listen, and all of that. Now, that may be true, but that don't mean that a person is, an abuser because they don't listen. So it's just like the story that y'all trying to paint for him. It's just say that y'all didn't work out. Like, you didn't like his personality, he didn't like you, and y'all just moved on. Trying to tarnish somebody's reputation is just not cool. Hey, Keisha, good evening. Yeah, you know what? I started off, I don't know if I told y'all this story, but I actually started off, because when I first started watching Married to Medicine, I didn't live in Georgia. But then when I moved to Georgia, I was looking for a doctor, and conveniently, they were in my neighborhood, probably like 15 minutes away from where I live. So I actually first tried out Dr. Jackie. I didn't like Dr. Jackie's mannerism. She was just kind of a little bit standoffish. I didn't consider her friendly. She just was a little bit weird to me. So I was like, I'm not going to go back to her. I mean, she didn't do anything wrong. I just didn't see her as a doctor that I kind of like. She seemed, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. She just didn't seem friendly. How about that? So I tried Dr. Simone. Now, I will say this about Dr. Simone. Her bedside manner is much better. She's more friendly. So I did like that about her, but I didn't want to go back to Dr. Simone because of how they acted on the show. So I stopped going to her as well. But I can honestly say, based on, how they act on the show. And I know, with the show, they're not supposed to be perfect. It's just, I don't like their antics. I don't like the bullying that they do. With the show, I feel like, they're on a reality show. They're supposed to, have, issues and have drama. But I feel like, a lot of the drama that they have is really orchestrated. And I don't think it's real. And I think they, really bully and try to come against people for their own benefit. So I don't like that. So yeah, I don't go to neither one of those ladies based on how they conduct themselves on the show. Cause I was like, man, if they will do this and act like this for money, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And the interesting thing about Dr. Jackie, being that she came, from, low income or wherever, whatever. I mean, she's not that way anymore. But my thing is, I feel like if you are going to be on TV and represent the Black community, she doesn't even take Medicaid. And in all honesty, when you go to Dr. Jackie, even if you have insurance that she accepts, they want you to give them your credit card number. I didn't like that either, because I'm like, why do I need to give you a credit card when you accept my insurance? And they're like, oh, just for incidentals. No, there is no incidentals, because I don't get stuff that I don't intend to pay for. So If I need to purchase something that my insurance don't, you don't take the insurance, then I'll give you my credit card. I didn't get on my credit card. I'm like, oh, absolutely not. Because I know some people will actually bill your card and then tell you to get your money back from the insurance. So I didn't like that either. They're all about money. Yeah, you know what, baby, I feel like, and I want to say it in a way that don't, because I don't believe all of this stuff trying to, put a person down because of their demeanor. Now, this is how I look at it. Dr. G, I mean, he's not young. Like when you get to a certain age, your attitude it does become different. But what I can say is, I understand really what Quad is probably saying about his attitude, but the part that she's leaving out is the part that she played in it. I mean, he seems like the type of person that, wants to be, what is that word? Some men like to be the boss and like to, be the leader and all of that. He seems like he's that type of person. Now, that can be really offensive to some people. That can be really offensive to some women. Like me, I wouldn't want a man that wants to be the boss of everything. Like some women like that, but I feel like the way that Quad is going about it, she's trying to actually smear his name and make him look like a abuser or something like that. I don't believe that he's that type of person. I believe that she's going too far. Yeah, exactly. He wants to be the alpha male, and it's like I believe he's the type of person that almost if he says something, he kind of wants to have the last word. So I think he's like that type of man. Now, I personally, for me, I don't like them type of men, but some women do, and I don't think, it's anything wrong with it. It's just it don't work for everybody. It don't work for everybody. But here's the deal. It worked for Quad when it benefited her and she wanted to be on that show. It worked for her then. So all of a sudden now he's such a terrible person. That's the part that I just don't seem to, understand. You was there with this man for this long. You was able to come on the show. If you never married Dr. G, we wouldn't even know who you were, Quad. You had to be married to even be on this show. So you come on the show and now he's such a bad person. If we could hear about the good stuff and the bad stuff, I would be like, oh, okay, but it couldn't have been all bad, Quad. It couldn't have. Like it couldn't. It had to be some good times. What is that? Smart cookie. What is Napoleon complex? Tell me more. I want to know what that is. Napoleon complex. I don't know what that is. Smart cookie. I want to know what Napoleon complex is because I have no idea what that is. You said Dr. G is a narcissist, point blank, period. Y'all know y'all be using that word narcissist. I mean, that could be true, but I mean, I believe Quad could be too. I don't think that, if that's the case, I don't think he's alone. Somebody said little man syndrome. Married people will argue and alpha males will exert strength, but as a confident woman, we know how to relate to them. Somebody said little man syndrome. He wants to be the big. So you just made that up. You said little man syndrome. He wants to be the big dog when he a weenie. What a weenie dog. Y'all silly. We wait. I don't know about that. Okay, please touch grass. Said Quad never liked him. Quad never liked Dr. G. And you know what though? I think he has finally realized that she never liked him. She never ever liked him. Let's just be honest. Let's just put it out there. She never liked him. She never liked him. Didn't Dr. Heavenly say to argue with her man and hit him with a, yeah, she did say that. That lady is crazy. Napoleon complex is when a man is short and trying to make up for it by being overly okay. Okay, because I'm like, I don't know what Napoleon complex is. Okay. Hey, Jamie. Jamie, like little man syndrome. Everybody know what Napoleon complex is for me. I didn't know what that was. Poor sweet tea. I think once she gets a baby, she probably gonna leave him. I don't know. I think she likes to be in her relationships. Y'all gotta understand. Look, some people, we all like different men. I mean, we all like different men. Some people, like, now I don't. So here's my deal. I like a man that is a leader, but I don't want you to try to lead everything now. So, I want you to lead. You need to pay for the stuff and stuff like that, and don't be trying to lead more than things that you need to pay for. So, but yeah, yeah, I think she really do love him. I really do. I really do. And it might be best for them to just get off this show, because it just seems like that what Dr. Heavenly is trying to do is break them up. Even if you can, like, listen to what Dr. Damon was saying, it's like he was really siding with King. It's like, you just met this man. How do you go on TV, mess up your money talking about you side with somebody, and you and Dr. G got this thing going where you send him patients or whatever, or however y'all do it, but you gonna come on TV talking about some, yeah, you was right, because if it was me, listen, that's just talking a little bit too much. He should have just be quiet. CT. I didn't see sweet tea stain. Remember, I said this, okay? Oh, yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, she might. I don't know. We can't compare anyone's, yeah, since T has been there, because no one shows what, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can't compare anybody relationship. And that's what I said. Everybody is different. Like, what one person want, the other person might not like it. And to be honest, listen, I may take a lot of stuff from a man if he pay all these bills, because honey, paying bills ain't no joke. So hey, I just may. But everybody is different. And then y'all gotta understand, though, when Quad was with this man, he was paying all the bills and everything was fine. All of a sudden, she's known, she's on this show, and now he's such a bad person. I believe, their relationship didn't work. I mean, it didn't work, but I just don't believe that he's a terrible person. I just don't. I hear y'all in the comments saying he a narcissist, but what is Quad? Like, Quad is a liar. Now, Dr. G, have whatever his, personality is, but Quad is a straight liar. Like, Quad tries to present things as different to try to get people to side with her. We saw her do that with Mariah. She did that with Mariah, told us Mariah was on drugs, and she gets caught, pulled over with alcohol and other drugs. So, Quad is a liar. I can't believe anything Quad says. Yeah, I wish them all the luck. Wish the worst. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Quad talks down on Dr. G every chance she gets. Right. And did y'all see the what Quad did underneath that post where T and Dr. G was at home, and they had went upstairs, and then T was telling them, be quiet, because of the microphone. And Quad makes every situation about her, like, oh, I remember. I'm just like, girl, shut up. Every situation is not about you. So Quad is all in the comments like, yeah, I remember that he ain't changed. I'm just like, girl, why every situation about them, you make it about you? Aren't you happy in your new relationship? That's crazy that she keep on reflecting on them. That's just crazy. Yes, 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 yes. So on Quad's report, I can't remember exactly what it says, but what it said is, it says something like she not only got caught with alcohol, but it mentioned like other stuff. Like, she just didn't get caught with alcohol, it was other stuff. So yeah, Quad is a liar. I can't believe anything Quad says, because Quad presents as something else and then she lies. So I can't get with Quad. I cannot. You can tell she really cares. Somebody said, I think T wasn't being serious about Greg's wallet. No, she was serious. I mean, what woman gonna marry a man and he ain't got no money? Like, I mean, I mean, that's part of a relationship. I mean, I don't think she married him for money, no, but I mean, that's a serious part of a relationship. I mean, Dr. G is old enough to understand. He accepted. He know that's the good thing about dating older men. You don't have to play money games with them. Like they already know. So I don't think, that it was a joke, but I mean, it's just part of a relationship. Does anyone know what Kurt does for a living? For a businessman, he doesn't have any business on his social platforms. Is he currently working? Do y'all know what Kurt does for a living? I don't know. I mean, when I looked him up, it was a lot of different businesses that had closed down. But him and Quad also opened up something together most recently, something that they got going on. But he had a lot of different stuff open, and then, like it didn't last or something like that. So I don't know about King. I mean, you go from a doctor, established doctor, to some dude that just is barely, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Sweet Tea said she would give Dr. G a baby. Well, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then y'all, what about the part, y'all, where see King was okay with me, but now even seeing this last episode where he's telling Quad, you can say what you want to say. Like this is, and that's the part where I'm just like, it just kind of seemed like they're trying to sabotage T and Dr. G, because even when Dr. G spoke, and I don't know if y'all watched T's video on YouTube, he said it kind of felt like, the guys were, kind of going toward to, consoling him and not really, taking my side. And he had mentioned that, with the women, because they make the money, he said a lot of times the guys will go along with what they say. But did y'all hear King like, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. You can say whatever you want to say, but yeah, he better not say nothing to you. I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, that don't even make any sense. That makes no sense. Like, huh? How does that, like, it, even in a relationship where you like, Quad say this is a real relationship, but if you're in a relationship with a guy, your guy is gonna say, just don't say nothing to him. But you are telling her to say stuff to Dr. G, but Dr. G can't. I'm just like, what? And nobody is addressing that. So it's just like, y'all are just like, this is not even making any sense. So Quad can just use Dr. G as a punching bag as long as she says what it is she needs to say. But Dr. G, you better not say nothing to her. You come to me. That's childish. So he can't say anything to Quad, yet Quad can say what she want to say to him, but he better hold it in and then go find her little boyfriend. That don't make sense. Yeah, so sure L, you said King is a Jamaican man and they will defend any woman, even a stranger. They are all alpha males, real talk. But is that an alpha male though, to not make sure your woman is minding her business? Because King gonna get his ass whooped in Atlanta. Like if he walk around here with that attitude, he gonna get beat up. So I'm just wondering, like, is he's just doing this on the show? Because Quad ain't finna be freely out in Atlanta talking crazy to people. So I'm just like wondering, like, where did that attitude come from? They in the wrong place. They need to move somewhere else, because King is not going to be able, or Quad to be able to talk crazy to people and think you finna just be okay. No. So I just didn't understand where that had came from. Like, what? Said, like how Martell tried to do the first episode with Sheree and wasn't invited back. King need a green card. Y'all is crazy. I don't know. Maybe. And I'm with you. Please touch glass. I want Curtis side chick to be on the next episode. Jackie was so cold-hearted when reacting to Phaedra's reaction to being attacked by Apollo side chick. And y'all, that was so much. Like, that was too much. Like, they did absolutely nothing. And then Simone and Heavenly sitting there with this woman. I'm just like, y'all are so mad. Like, this is just not even right. Yeah, that was a little bit too much. Quad and King on the wrong show. They need to get to TLC and be on 90 Day Fiance. Right. I'm just like, I don't know where King going, with Quad talking about she can say anything to anybody, and they better not say nothing to Quad. They better go to another state because both of them gonna get beat up here in Atlanta. So I guess they just doing it on that show because that's not for real. From the way Dr. G talked to Sweet Tea in front of the camera shows that he's abusive. I'm what he did to Quad when he was the only source of income in at there. So Faith, what do you define as abusive? Like what do you like when you say abusive? I mean, isn't that like putting your hands on somebody? So how do you construe somebody talking away to somebody as abusive? And that's the thing that I'm talking about. We got to be careful with our words and not put narratives about people because we don't like that interaction, because that's not abusive to me. I mean, I know what abusive is, so I think we should be careful when we say and isn't verbal abuse, like, isn't that like calling somebody out their name? Is y'all making up stuff now? Y'all gotta stop like with this. Y'all making up stuff. They were so kind to Apollo Saya. They was real. Yeah, they was nice to her. So okay, so yeah, I get it, but verbal abusive is how do you be verbal abusive without calling somebody like out of their name? That was that's what I would have thought verbal abuse was. Abuse, yeah, it does come in different ways, but you still got to do something. You just can't sit there and make faces or don't respond or whatever. But is that abuse? Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Sarah, but I mean, I mean, I don't know if I want to just be going with you know, these people just hate Dr. G. Yeah, so here's my deal. Like, it seems like they want to paint that narrative, but ain't nobody show no proof. So I just can't be calling somebody abusive. Just as definitely not because of Quad said it, because Quad has turned to be a liar. So she does not, tell the truth. So I would, have a problem believing anything she says. I believe Dr. G can be dismissive at times, but I mean, abusive, I don't. The silent treatment is a form of abuse. Okay, y'all, verbal and verbal and physical abuse are different, but it can equal the same outcome mentally on some people. Right, right, right. Okay, y'all say the silent treatment is a form of abuse. So y'all know y'all done abuse some people today then, because y'all ass know that y'all done ignored y'all kids. Y'all stop acting like y'all. So if silent treatment is a form of abuse, I abuse my damn coworkers because I don't pay them motherfuckers no attention. None at all. I don't respond to their emails, all of that. So y'all, come on now. I don't hate him, but I know the signs from. Yeah, I agree, Lavender. I remember how gutted and hood Quad was on the first season. Quad is still gutted and hood. I mean, somebody said that they had met a doctor and asked the doctor about Quad, and the doctor had some very bad things to say about Quad. I like sweet tea with Greg instead of Quad. That seemed like a toxic relationship. My opinion, Beverly Burns, is Dr. G was still very agitated, yeah, about what happened. Imagine marrying a woman who you thought loved you and you went against your family, right? Who told you that she isn't that she was just using you? And this is another one, y'all. I learned this with my sons, because even me being a woman and having sons, I looked at my son's pain different, just because it's just not, I didn't do it intentional, but I had to. like really start looking at their pain, because in my mind, I looked at them as boys and was like, okay, their pain is different. We never look at men trauma. Did y'all not hear Dr. G say he was traumatized? Now, I know Quad was traumatized, but is she the only one that can be traumatized? Like, the man was like, I was traumatized in that marriage. I know Quad said she was traumatized, but he said he was traumatized too. So, I mean, can he not be traumatized? I mean, I just know from my experience, it's like when a woman is traumatized, or a woman say, that a man did something to her, it's like we just flip the script. But if a man say it, we just be like, oh, that's nothing. And I think that's not cool. Larry says, I don't think Greg abused anybody. He doesn't seem like the type. I've been in abusive relationships. He's not it. If anyone is abusive, it's Quad. She always belittles his manhood. And we saw that. We saw that. We saw that. As an educated man, he should have known Quad didn't love him. You know what? He probably did. If y'all, I don't know how long y'all been watching the show, but if y'all watched it for any amount of time, y'all know he always bought stuff. Some men feel like they can just buy stuff, and it didn't work out. I'm sure this lady has a plethora of mental health issues. Dr. G really loved Quad. She only loved his means, not him. Why was Quad and King sitting next to him? Right. Why was Quad and King was sitting next to them? Because it was a setup from the beginning. Because why? So they have all of this recollection after everything happened. Simone is like, oh, I realized that, they're not healed. Girl, you knew that they wasn't healed when you and Heavenly put them next to each other. So it was all a setup. They did it. It was a setup. They wanted to get a reaction. They were looking for, viewers and views. And that's exactly, what they got. But, the show was failing. They fought like physically, right, before getting married. They both got locked up. Now that's true. And if you guys remember too, he had called off the wedding. I don't know if y'all remembered that. I think they had even talked about that, during those first seasons, but somehow they still got married. But yeah, those were the red flags. They did. They actually did. They actually did fight. Yeah, but he said he was traumatized. He did say that. He did say that. I don't see him as I don't see him as an abusive person. I see him as a person that'll ignore you. I see him as a person that is like, do what I say. But y'all got to understand, I don't think that's just him. You have to look at his level, his work. Like, he is I always say a psychologist. He's a psychiatrist. The man is a psychiatrist. You have to understand, he's seeing, mentally ill people all day. His way of thinking is not going to be your way of thinking. So, I don't believe that he's abusive, like, physical person that'll put, your hands on somebody. But I believe, he'll ignore you and, do the typical stuff that, a lot, other guys will do too. I don't think that he's perfect, but I don't think that he's abusive. I just don't. It says, right, right, right. I have been abused myself. Treat Trinia Smith. Sorry about that. I'm giving Dr. G grace because he's a real person outside of his profession and has real feelings. Right. Quad wanted to be on the show, hence the marriage forced after breaking up just before the wedding. Right. Y'all made me mad again. Wait a minute. Y'all made me mad again. Bye, Dr. Devilly. She set them up for that horrible outcome. Yeah, she a mess. Right. Right, right, right. Yeah, it's a lot, but I can't wait to the reunion. According to Quad, Dr. G has a well, this is the thing though. why do women date men and then they break up with them and then tell them and then say how little they, they like? That's kind of weird, because however size it was, you liked it. So I don't understand why people do that. Like, they be like, oh, that's so childish to me, because apparently you liked it. Because if you was with the person and then you married them, and then now you saying, and it's clear, if she's saying these type of things, then it's just clear that, girl, you just married them for, all of the stuff that you got as his wife. Because if it was all that bad, why were you with him? Like, why? And clearly, if she like King, those are, Dr. G, that's not her type of man anyway, because Dr. G and King are two totally different people. So, Charlene, two. Let me make sure you understand. You said you don't think he's abusive. Where were you when he admitted to body slamming her and laying hands on her? So, I believe and that's what I was saying. Whenever we talk about abuse, for some reason, it's like a mental thing that we want to make it like the man did it. They both admitted to having a fight. So, if she pulled a knife on him, so if somebody pull a knife on you, what you gonna do? Get stabbed? Or are you gonna get that person off of you, try to get the knife out of their hand? So if she pulled a knife on him and he slammed her, I don't know what happened. She admitted, so it's not like he went to jail. She went too. So it's not like he was beating this woman. So that's not true. So it seems like they had a fight, and in the report it says she had a knife. So I mean, they both admitted that they were kind of having fights. So I don't believe it was a situation where she was being abused. Now that's just a lie, and that's just the narrative that, is going forth here. Because whenever it comes, when a woman is involved, we tend to overlook what actually happened, because, oh, the woman, my friend, I was talking to my girlfriend. So my girlfriend has a son, and he left this girl, didn't want to be with her because the girl is a stalker. She keeps harassing him. She tried to take his phone out his hand. He tried to get his phone back, pushed the girl. She ended up hitting her head on something. Well, they ended up getting over it, and they still broke up. She filed a police report after that had happened a year ago. She ended up getting him locked up because he didn't want to be with her. So y'all be thinking that it's always the man. You got to look at both sides. It's not always the man. Quad admitted to fighting him as well. So it wasn't, I don't believe it was an abusive situation, because if it was an abusive situation, then why was she fighting him? The police report that I have said that she had a knife and he had to call the police. So, yeah, I don't know about that story. So I think we tend to overlook. That's what I'm saying. Whenever it's a woman, and that's why these women, I'm not saying all women, but some of these women are liars, and they will say that they've been abused. I'm telling you, I know plenty women whose sons was in jail, or like I was just telling you about my one friend, son had to go to jail and all of this. And then after he gets out of jail, right? So now he's on probation. The girl calls his probation officer, just making up stuff. The girl doesn't even live in his same states. So it's just like, you got to look at all, sometimes these women don't be right either. Quad thought that man was standing in line to give her money, and it didn't happen. Now she's angry. Well, here's the deal. Quad talk about how bad Dr. G is. Why was she just calling for him to give her a prescription for tint? And then we saw last season she was trying to hug him. Girl, you ain't that traumatized, because he was like, no, he didn't really want to be like, he looked more scared of you than you looked it of him. So I mean, the story don't add up. Right. I mean, listen, if somebody was abusive to me, I'm not gonna call them asking them for anything, and I'm definitely not gonna walk up to them and try to give them a hug. So I believe Quad plays this narrative to fit what she's been saying, because keep in mind, Quad is really the one that needs to stay on this show. What else does she have going on? What else does she have going on? He didn't take any money from her. Right. Sure, L. Dr. G is such an awful man, but he didn't take any money from her not real housewife. You mean married to medicine salary and paid for everything. Facts. He didn't even, they said Dr. G didn't even know like what she made. And in all honesty, Quad, she was married to medicine, but really Dr. G was the doctor. I mean, in those other cases, you got Simone a doctor, you got Jackie a doctor, Dr. Heavenly a doctor. She not a doctor. So she literally was on the show, and Dr. Heavenly said she saved up all her money, and he was literally paying everything. And then keep in mind, as you're on the show, your money, your check goes up. So at some point she probably was making a lot, kind of, equal to probably what he was making, but he was still paying everything. So I'm just not here for Quad. That was after he slammed her, and he was emotionally abusive during the time they were in couples therapy. He didn't take it serious. Even the couples got tired of his shenanigans. So this is what I think y'all have to do though, because I know we've all been through stuff. I done been through stuff. I done been in relationships with dudes that may have tried to hit me, and I did bust them upside the head or something like that. I'm gonna admit that. But in all, honesty, I never looked at that as abuse, because if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. But it actually is a form of abuse. But what I've learned just by doing YouTube is a lot of times when you bring up a topic, people will become overly sensitive because something around that topic relates to them. So a lot of times we have to take out like the things that, may have happened to us, because sometimes we get overly sensitive and we start blaming people because of what happened to us. I mean, I believe that, they may have had situations where they fought, but I don't believe it was that kind of fight. I mean, I believe it was initiated. It could have been initiated by Quad. I just don't see him as an abusive person. I mean, I just don't. Quad has a very slick mouth. If she was so afraid of him and he was so abusive, why you want to sit by him? You running your mouth, you saying all these things. Those are not signs of a woman that's been abused. So that's just not signs. If you've been abused, you don't want to be around that person. In this situation where they're on the show and they may have to deal with each other, you just gonna deal with them as you have to, or you may, whatever is going on, but you want to sit by them. You want to keep talking. It's not giving that to me. Okay, how why see it TV said the police report is public record. This is why I don't report on that previous marriage, because a lot of it is nuanced. It's not black and white at all. Quad said on the reunion, she did, and that's what I'm saying. She said it was both of them. So you can't tell me that this is an abused woman. Like, I know people that's been abused, and that's not the same situation. So that's what I'm saying. It's not giving that to me. Right. Why you want to hug if somebody abused you, and the relationship was, this type of relationship where they were, putting their hands on you like that, you don't want to hug them. You don't want to be anywhere around them. And that's exactly what I was saying. Even her reaching out to him, trying to get him to write a prescription. Like, come on now. That's not giving any of what she's saying. It's not. I don't believe it. Just like Toya, she still doesn't work. Has anyone had or seen her wife? I mean, Toya's like, look, I got kids to take care of. And see, y'all got to understand, like, y'all have to really remember Quad lies. Do y'all remember Quad said that Toya and Eugene had robbed somebody's house? Y'all don't remember that? And then Anila repeated it, and then Anila never came back. But that was Quad that started that rumor. All Quad does is lie. Quad is a huge liar. So yeah, she told that lie about, then she told, made up the story saying that Toya and Eugene was broke, and they were robbing Peter to pay Paul to buy their house. Not Toya, Quad is a miniature Dr. Heavenly. Right. Yeah, and that's what I was saying with the show. As they're on the show, they get to earn, it goes up. And then think about, if they come out with a product, and stuff like that, they can even make more money. So Quad be lying. I cannot take Quad seriously. She lies too much. So I just can't. I cannot take her seriously. When you continually lie, I don't believe nothing you say. I just can't. So why don't Toya remember that? I just feel like right now, they kind of gang up against people, and I feel like right now they going after T. So it's like, look, it's her turn. They trying to get her off the show by saying that she put her hands on people. I'm just like, y'all are so stupid. Like, what do you mean she put her hands on people? Hey, Lady Lydia. In the first episode of season 1, Quad said that she threw a bowl or something at Dr. G and they took them both to jail. Yeah, they went to jail. Right, right. They formed a mean girl alliance against T. But y'all know what I like about T? T is the only one on there that's being her original self. She's the only one that's giving all that faking and shit that they doing. It's too much. Right, right, right. They said that right. Quad was sleeping with the contractor. Right, 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 right. Yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. I just can't take Quad serious. She lied too much. You got too many lies. Jackie is always the victim. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with Curtis. Why they can't bring Curtis side chick? What's up with that? They have learned how to be on this show and not talk about their lives. They have learned to do that. They have learned to get away with that, and unfortunately the network is allowing them to be able to get away with it and not talk about their lives, unfortunately. Why we don't hear about big country in the DR? Why we don't hear about big country in the DR? Oh, you said big country. You talking about Jackie husband. You called him big country. That is hilarious. Not big country. Okay, y'all. Not big. This is my son calling me. I'm outside. Stop calling me. Jeez. Right. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. My son was calling me and it went out. But right, right, right. Jazzy Cleaners. I don't. Yeah, they did Buffy so wrong. Oh my gosh. And Jackie never really apologized. Oh my God. Thank you, Lydia. She never really apologized. Never really apologized the way that she did Buffy. And to be a doctor and to be like that. And see, that's what I said. When I went to see Dr. Jackie, like, she didn't do anything rude. I can just pick up on mannerisms, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't want her to be my doctor." She just seemed, I don't even know how to explain it. I was like, I don't like her. But yeah, I had went to Dr. Simone. Dr. Simone, she has better bedside manner, but then I was like, I'm not going back to her anyway. They too messy. So I was like, they're going after T because T and Phaedra got cool. They thought Phaedra would be on their side and she wasn't. Contessa a little jealous of T because T is getting more shine. Well, y'all, here's my deal with Contessa. Okay. Contessa was doing a lot of damn black backsliding on that boat. And I got irritated because when they start talking about Sweet T's behavior, y'all miss me with anybody behavior until you address Dr. Heavenly's behavior. Don't come at nobody telling them, don't ask me no whatever questions. You done cursed at somebody, but yet you don't want them to say nothing back. That's why I'm glad T was like, FUB. Like, I mean, good. Like, right. That's what she was supposed to say. You want her to respond to you respectfully and you are cussing her out. I'm just like, and then Contessa was like, well, yeah. I'm just like, Contessa, no, you need to tell her that her behavior, you need to check your own behavior before, you can say, oh, well, she's acting. So yeah, it seems like what they're trying to do is basically say, that, T is hitting them and all of this weird stuff. I'm just like, y'all, this is weird. Like, it's just really weird. It's really, really weird. Contessa is a friend of the show, and they used her all season. So Contessa isn't jealous, maybe because they had a better. Oh yeah, that's right. Contessa is a friend, so yeah, that is true. She is a friend. I forgot about that. Yeah, she is a friend. Yeah, Contessa is a friend, and I think that's what she wants. I don't think she wants to be anything but a friend, because, when you're a friend, you don't have to do all of that posting stuff on your social media and all of that. So I think she liked being a friend. She doesn't have to, do all that main cast stuff. So I think she like it. So yeah, I like T2. She want, y'all, isn't it amazing how they, rallied together, kicked Mariah off the show, and then the very thing that they said Mariah was doing to them is the exact same thing that they do to everybody that come there. Isn't that so crazy? They made it seem like Mariah was belittling them, and that Mariah was saying that is married to, what they say, they made it seem like Mariah was making it seem like she was superior. I mean, she was she did create the show, so I mean, it is what it is. But they made it seem like Mariah was mistreating them per se, but then they do the same thing to other people. I think Contessa will stay a friend till Heavenly leaves. Contessa wants to tell her own story and not have Heavenly do it for her. Right. Hey, Felicia. Bravo conveniently left out Quad asking King if he's going to allow that G. You know what? Y'all keep saying that. Y'all keep saying that Bravo conveniently left out Quad asking King if he's going to allow Dr. G to talk to her like that. I gotta go back and watch that, because a lot of people been saying that. Did anybody else hear that? Like, I missed it. Because this is what I said. I said it seemed like King went back in the room with Quad, and Quad was like, look, you gonna have to do something. Like, no, I need you to say something, because King sat up there and lied, talking about he didn't hear Dr. G. I replayed that. He looked like, when Dr. G said that, he looked like he was literally looking. So I think that she told him, because I don't feel like he didn't hear it. I felt like he did hear it. I feel like Quad told him, but a lot of y'all was saying that she did, that y'all heard it or saw it or something. Right. That's why it seemed out of place, because he like, you told her that? You heard it. Like, you look back, like he heard it. Like, I'm just like, this is crazy. I feel like, in all honesty, I don't feel like it was just Quad. I think they all did it, because if y'all paid attention when they were getting ready, when he went to approach Dr. G, nobody went over there. The only person that was over there was Phaedra's guy, Shaq. Like, he ain't even a part of the clique. You know what I mean? He was just there for that, that particular trip. But it almost seemed like they was gonna let dude put his hands on Dr. Gito. I'm just like, y'all are not even trying to. And then Dr. Heavenly sitting up there telling Dr. Damon, don't go. It's like, I'm just like, y'all is, man. So yeah, I love Mariah too. I really did. Right. They were actually sitting there watching it. It's almost like they wanted them to fight. They wanted something to happen. It's like they kind of knew something was going to happen, because they didn't try to stop nothing. I feel like that they knew what was going to happen. That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. Well, I definitely said that. Y'all, I gotta go back and watch that, because I missed it. I gotta go back and watch that. I gotta go back and watch it. But a lot of y'all been saying that. I got to go back and watch it. Who was the one telling King to tell Dr. G not to worry about his wife, Apollo? Who was the one telling King to tell Dr. G? I don't know. You said who was the one telling King to tell Dr. G not to worry about his wife? I don't know. I don't know about that one. Did y'all remember Mariah was going live after the episode airs and Heavenly had a problem with it? You know what? I don't know, Felicia, because in all honesty, I don't really watch Dr. Heavenly. I just been watching her recently because she's been really talking about the show, but I don't really watch her. Like I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know, whatever she would have said about Mariah, I would have missed it because I don't really watch her. Like I said, I just been watching her recently because of a lot of the stuff that she's been saying with regards to the show. But other than that, I don't really watch that crazy lady. My brain can't take it. When Dr. G was holding T, who was? Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. Oh, she said. Okay, you said when Dr. G was holding T. Who was the one telling King to tell Dr. G not to worry about his wife? I don't know. I don't know. I must have missed that one. I don't know. Does anybody know who was the one telling King to tell Dr. G not to worry about his wife Apollo? Who know that question? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. If y'all know, let us know. King acts soft. Dr. G pulled his car several times and he heard everything that was said. Quad and production pumped King up to come at Dr. G. I don't think their relationship is real. Well, here's the deal with that whole situation. Everybody was, well, I won't say everybody, but some people were like, well, why Dr. G was saying something. That is a grown, overgrown man. Like, what you think he's supposed to do? Not say nothing? I mean, ain't nobody scared of nobody. Like, he's an adult. I mean, even if King would have won the fight, he probably would have went to jail. I mean, he can say what he wants to say. Like, it's obviously they want to keep it just them so they don't get less money. But if things don't change, there won't be any money. It's obviously they want to keep. Yeah, yeah, I didn't understand King's behavior because it only, it just makes it difficult for him to be in a group because Dr. G is a real doctor. Like, it is married to medicine. So at the end of the day, Quad is not married to medicine. And, in all honesty, him getting into it with Dr. G only really makes it difficult for him, and the way that I look at it, because at the end of the day, if somebody would leave, it would be him. I mean, I don't know what Quad be thinking. I think Quad really thinks that she's some movie star or something and that the show needs her, when I mean she should have learned last season that they really don't. He seems like a purchased bodyguard. A decent man wouldn't want his woman constantly talking about her ex. No, like with you, like I mean, I've met guys before that told me about their ex, and I'm just like, let me block you because that's too much. I don't want to know about your ex. I mean, you talking to me about your ex, you probably should go back to her. Bravo wants Quad and keeps forcing her on us. We need a break. Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I know Heavenly was saying on her live, talking about, that she had been talking to Quad and Quad is all upset. Girl, shut up. Quad started it. Like, how do you start something and then cry victim? Oof. I'm just like, huh? Like, Quad is all upset. She's all upset. Like, girl, Quad started it. Like, are you kidding me right now? Quad starts the whole thing, and then Quad cry as a victim. So a real man would have left her right there drunk. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, she was, she was doing a little bit much. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I'm gonna have to talk to y'all later. My son should be coming out later. I'm gonna jump on probably tomorrow, or I don't know. I may get back on when I get home. See y'all later.